this is Brenda Ning from senTV. Today, we are joined by an important figure behind the 2026 YONEX Canada Open, one of Canada's premier international badminton events, Mr. Bryan Merrett from Badminton Canada. Hi, Bryan. What is the vision for the 2026 YONEX Canada Open, and what key goals do you hope to achieve this year?
Well, the Canada Open is part of the HSBC World Tour with the Badminton World Federation. The event, the YONEX Canada Open, operates on a 4-year cycle. So this is the last year of a 4-year cycle being held here in Markham, Ontario. We see the Canada Open as part of our developmental pathway to allow our next-gen athletes to compete against very highly skilled world players, and the opportunity for our senior national team players to play on home soil so that they don't have to travel around the world and spend money and resources to gain valuable ranking points and potentially win money through the competition. And for us, so this Canada Open is part of our developmental framework in the high performance program of Badminton Canada. It's a very important aspect. It's very important for those players to have this opportunity and compete against very strong opponents that come from international jurisdictions.
How has the Canada Open evolved over the years, and what role does it play in growing badminton in Canada?
Well, the Canada Open started as a low-level BWF sanctioned tournament, 100 level. It again was part of the developmental framework. In the current cycle, we elevated the event to be a world tour event, which allowed badminton and Canada to get more on the international map. But as I mentioned earlier, the opportunity to play high-level players from around the world. There's another part of that we hope the Canada Open and the current cycle provides, and future cycles for the Canada Open, and that is the engagement with communities across the country. So the Canada Open was hosted in Vancouver for many years, then it moved to Calgary, Alberta for many years, and now we're in Markham, which is an amazing hotbed of badminton in the Toronto, GTA, Greater Toronto area. And we see it as an opportunity to engage the community, to work with partners who are really interested in badminton, and to allow players and the Badminton Canada kind of organization to connect with a larger, more diverse population of badminton community across the country. And I think that this event is going to continue to evolve. Right now, we're in the fantastic Markham Pan Am Center with great staff, but we want to grow this so that it goes beyond a Super 300, which means that there's $250,000 US of prize money, and potentially it could be more in the future if we're able to grow the event and make it more prestigious with higher level players and a higher prize purse.
How important are volunteers and community partners to the success of the Canada Open?
Well, I think the easy answer is that there is no Canada Open without volunteers. And we love the contributions of volunteers from this community. We brought this event to Markham last year. We had about 175 to 200 volunteers. This year we had over 400 applications for volunteers to support this event. That's phenomenal. We have volunteers working in a multitude of ways. Currently, the Field of Play volunteer crew is out there getting the courts ready and the sponsor mats ready. We've got volunteers working on accreditation, making sure the athletes have their proper accreditation when they come in and go to practice so that they can get to the Field of Play. And then we've got volunteers doing transportation. This is a significant investment of human capital in the Markham area. On top of all of that, we have to feed and support those volunteers, and so we have a whole crew of hospitality volunteers supporting the competition. It's simple. Without volunteers, without the contribution of people from across the country and in Markham for this event, we would not be able to host this event.
what role do sponsors and local partners play in delivering a world-class tournament experience?
Just like volunteers, they're essential because they provide another aspect of support for the event, and that is financial support. We have some wonderful partners that are helping us with the Canada Open this year. From government partners like the Government of Canada and the Government of Ontario, to destination partners like the City of Markham and Destination Markham, to businesses that are operating in the area, such as T&T Supermarkets and Mandarin Badminton. We also have support on the production side, because when we get into producing the competition, which is broadcast to over 200 million people worldwide, we need to make sure we have a strong broadcast partner to set up and deliver the feed to the Badminton World Federation that then distributes it globally. And ISI Live has come on to do that type of work. We have equipment sponsors who bring in shuttles and stringing services and support for the athletes through YONEX. These are essential ingredients to make the YONEX Canada Open what it is, because without it, we are cutting back on services. We are looking at ways to save and scrape and deliver what we hope is a international festival of badminton to the players. But these partners have stepped up and said, yeah, we want to help you out. And each of them are contributing in their own way. And we are so grateful for their support and contributions.
What should fans and first-time spectators look forward to at this year's Canada Open? And why should they attend in person?
Well, let me talk about first-time fans. I think if you are coming into badminton for the first time, you're coming in at a pretty golden age of competition. First-time fans will be able to see the Canadian national team in person at a World Tour event. And included on that national team are phenomenal talents. Victor Lai, who just won the Indonesian Open, Michelle Lee, who has been competing for Badminton Canada and represented Badminton Canada at 4 Olympics, who has won a Commonwealth Games medal, who seems to be able to play at a high level no matter what age she is. She is continually dominating on the courts. And then we have stars like Brian Yang and our doubles teams, Kevin Lee and Ty Lindemann and Jackie and Crystal. First-time fans will be amazed at the speed and pace of play, the exceptional skill that these national team athletes need, next-gen athletes need to compete with the world's best. For returning fans, I mean, they know badminton. They're going to be treated by seeing the first time ever World Championship medalist and first time ever winner of a 1,000 level event, Victor Lai, and being able to watch him it's history in the making. All of these players are working towards Olympic qualification in 2028. And so their competition this year is preparing them for a strong Olympic run. And we want to see the entire national team in some way represented at the LA 2028 Olympics. So first-time fans, amazed by speed and skill, and returning fans, wowed by the incredible skill and abilities of some rising star players and some old guard. And we think that everybody will be entertained with the level of competition at this year's event.
How does hosting the Canada Open help inspire and develop the next generation of Canadian badminton players?
Well, I think one of the best moments of the YONEX Canada Open 2025 was after Victor Lai played in the finals and lost. And there was 40 or 60 young players in the audience just clamoring to get a picture and talk to Victor Lai, inspiring the next generation of players to follow, support, and replicate the good people that are the national team athletes and the next gen athletes. I mean, there's no better role model. And you can see it as we head into the matches starting Tuesday, when those players are playing, especially Victor and Brian and Michelle. The young players they just want to get an autograph or a selfie with them. It's amazing. And the space that we have that allows the players to interact and engage with the fans, those are memories that those young players will take with them to the next time they get on the court and they play, thinking about, I can be the next Victor, I can be the next Michelle, I can be the next Bryan. And we know the power of those athletes to inspire young players to continue to play and compete at a high level.
Thank you. You know what, Bryan? Thank you very much for your time and your insights. And we all look forward to an exciting and memorable 2026 Canada Open here in Markham. Thank you.
Thank you very much.